That season, the 2021-2022 football campaign felt like a breath held and then finally released, a chaotic, brilliant, and deeply human return to the stadiums we all loved. It was a time of significant readjustment for the sport, an intoxicating blend of old heroes in new colors and young talents bursting onto the scene, all underpinned by the roaring collective presence of fans once again. The season kicked off in August of 2021, immediately plunging us into one of the most active and frankly stunning transfer windows in recent memory. It began with a seismic shift that few could have truly imagined. Lionel Messi, after a lifetime at Barcelona, departed the club he had defined. His move to Paris Saint-Germain was not just a transfer, it was an ending and a beginning, changing the landscape of European football in an instant. His farewell livestream, a tearful goodbye, attracted over 1.2 million viewers on YouTube, a testament to the global interest and the emotional weight of his departure. Then, almost unbelievably, another legend moved. Cristiano Ronaldo, leaving Juventus, made a spectacular return to Manchester United, bringing a wave of nostalgia and fervent expectation with him. His debut, a home game against Newcastle, felt scripted as he scored 2 goals, igniting an emotional response from fans that was almost primal. We saw grown adults weeping in the stands. It was truly something to behold. The market continued its extraordinary flow, with Jack Grealish becoming the most expensive British transfer, making a £100 million move from Aston Villa to Manchester City. Romelu Lukaku also made a significant return to Chelsea from Inter Milan, with the London club investing heavily to bring their powerful striker back to Stamford Bridge. These were moves designed to shift the balance of power. Amidst these arrivals, one player became the subject of an intense saga: Kylian Mbappé. In August 2021, Real Madrid made a determined attempt to sign him from Paris Saint-Germain, offering a staggering €160 million. Despite what appeared to be the player's desire to move to the Spanish capital, PSG held firm, rejecting Real Madrid's offer and setting the stage for a transfer story that would continue to dominate headlines for months. Early in the season, there were spectacular moments that reminded us why we loved the game. Ronaldo's electric debut for Manchester United was one such instance, but the collective presence of Neymar, Mbappé and Messi starting for Paris Saint-Germain was another, creating an unprecedented buzz around the French giants. The sheer star power on display was captivating, yet not every club began with such fanfare. Arsenal, a historically strong club, endured a challenging start, their worst in 67 years. It was a period of significant struggle for the Gunners, highlighting the competitive nature and unpredictability of the Premier League. They conceded 9 goals in their first 3 games, a statistic that painted a grim picture. On August 13th, they suffered a 2-0 loss to Brentford in their opening match, a jarring return to top-flight action. The difficulties continued as Arsenal then lost 2-0 to Chelsea at home, with Romelu Lukaku and Reece James scoring for the visitors. Lukaku's physical presence in the box during that match was a particular challenge for Arsenal's defenders, a stark reminder of the firepower they were up against. Following the Chelsea game, Arsenal faced the formidable Manchester City away from home. The result was a crushing 5-0 defeat, with goals from LK Guendouzi, Ferran Torres scoring 2, Gabriel Jesus, and a red card for Granit Xhaka compounding the misery. As the months rolled on, from September to December, the league standings across Europe began to solidify, giving us a clearer picture of the contenders. Mohamed Salah of Liverpool had a truly strong start to the season, accumulating 15 goals and 9 assists by December, positioning himself as a strong contender for individual awards and showcasing his elite goal-scoring and playmaking abilities. Manchester United, however, continued to face difficulties, leading to the sacking of manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after a 4-1 loss to Watford. This change in management reflected the high-pressure environment for top-tier club managers and the relentless demands for results. Following Solskjaer's departure, Manchester United appointed Ralf Rangnick as interim manager, a decision that brought a new tactical philosophy to Old Trafford. Ralf Rangnick ultimately achieved 7 wins in 17 Premier League games during his tenure, a period of mixed results. In La Liga, Real Madrid established strong form, with key contributions from the evergreen Karim Benzema and the electrifying Vinicius Junior. While Real Madrid ascended, Barcelona experienced a challenging period, including frustrating losses to teams like Rayo Vallecano, which significantly contributed to fan dissatisfaction and the palpable tension around the club. If you enjoy stepping back into these football stories with me, feel free to like the video and subscribe for more documentaries like this. Over in Serie A, Napoli had an excellent start to their season, winning 12 of their first 13 games. This indicated a potential challenge to the established order of Italian football. Victor Osimhen was a key player for Napoli, scoring 9 goals by December, demonstrating his importance to their early success. We also saw Jose Mourinho managing AS Roma during this season, with Tammy Abraham leading their attack, adding another layer of intrigue to the Italian top flight. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich demonstrated their customary dominance, securing 43 points in their first 18 games. Robert Lewandowski was a primary goalscorer for Bayern Munich with 19 goals by December, further solidifying their enduring power in German football. Not to be outdone, Erling Haaland of Borussia Dortmund also showcased his incredible scoring ability with 13 goals in 11 games, making him a consistent threat. Meanwhile, in Ligue 1, Paris Saint-Germain held the top position with 45 points from their first 19 games by December. This strong performance was expected given their significant transfer activities, which truly set the stage for a highly competitive and unpredictable football season across major European leagues. The arrival of high-profile players like Messi and Ronaldo generated immense commercial and media attention, increasing viewership and fan engagement globally, drawing new eyes to every match. The early struggles of historically strong clubs like Arsenal highlighted the competitive nature and unpredictability of the Premier League, where no position is guaranteed. Napoli's strong start in Serie A indicated a potential challenge to the established order of Italian football, hinting at a wider shift. The consistent performance of Bayern Munich and Robert Lewandowski in the Bundesliga demonstrated their enduring dominance in German football, a familiar storyline but no less impressive. The initial bid for Kylian Mbappé by Real Madrid foreshadowed ongoing transfer sagas involving the French forward, a narrative thread that would weave through the entire season and beyond. Crucially, the return of fans to stadiums after pandemic restrictions significantly impacted the atmosphere and dynamics of matches, contributing to that intoxicating blend we mentioned earlier. Their presence changed everything, giving every tackle, every goal, every save a heightened sense of drama. Mohamed Salah's early season form positioned him as a strong contender for individual awards, showcasing his elite goalscoring and playmaking abilities, cementing his place among the world's best. Ultimately, the competitive landscape of European football, with multiple clubs vying for top spots, was evident from these very early stages of the season, promising a campaign packed with twists and turns. The early months of the 2022 season, from September to December, saw the initially volatile league standings across Europe begin to solidify, albeit with continuous drama. While some clubs asserted dominance, others grappled with unexpected struggles and mid-season shifts. In the Premier League, Liverpool's Mohamed Salah continued his scintillating form, establishing himself as arguably the league's most impactful player. By December, Salah had accumulated an astonishing 15 goals and 9 assists, showcasing not just his prolificacy in front of goal, but also his exceptional creative output. His performances often single-handedly drove Liverpool forward, making him an early favourite for individual accolades and underlining his status as one of the world's truly elite forwards. However, not all Premier League giants enjoyed such stability. Manchester United, despite the initial euphoria surrounding Cristiano Ronaldo's return, found themselves in a deepening crisis. A series of inconsistent results, marked by disjointed performances and defensive frailties, put immense pressure on manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The nadir arrived with a humiliating 4-1 loss to Watford in November, a result that proved to be the final straw. Solskjaer's departure reflected the brutal, high-pressure environment for top-tier club managers, where even beloved figures are not immune to the demands of success. Following his exit, United opted for an interim solution, appointing Ralf Rangnick, the acclaimed German tactician, to steer the club. Rangnick's tenure saw a slight improvement, securing 7 wins in 17 Premier League games, but it was clear the club's issues ran deeper than a simple change in leadership could immediately fix. Across La Liga, Real Madrid asserted their authority, establishing strong form as the season progressed. The veteran Karim Benzema enjoyed a renaissance, leading the line with exquisite skill and prolific goal-scoring, while the electrifying Vinicius Junior truly came of age, tormenting defenders with his pace and dribbling, contributing crucial goals and assists. Their partnership became the driving force behind Real Madrid's consistent climb to the top of the table. Conversely, arch-rivals Barcelona endured a challenging period. Still reeling from Messi's departure and grappling with significant financial constraints, the Catalan club struggled for consistency. Losses, notably a shock defeat to Rayo Vallecano, fueled growing fan dissatisfaction and underscored the monumental task facing new manager Xavi Hernandez, who took over later in the period. Italy's Serie A witnessed a captivating start, with Napoli emerging as an unexpected powerhouse. Under Luciano Spalletti, the Neapolitan side enjoyed an excellent opening to their season, winning 12 of their first 13 games and quickly establishing themselves as genuine title contenders. Their strong start indicated a potential challenge to the established order of Italian football, dominated in recent years by the likes of Juventus and both Milan clubs. Spearheading their attack was the dynamic Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen, whose 9 goals by December proved instrumental in their early success, showcasing his blend of pace, power, and predatory finishing. Elsewhere, Jose Mourinho continued his return to Serie A with AS Roma, with English striker Tammy Abraham leading their attack after his move from Chelsea, adapting well to the Italian top flight. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich demonstrated their enduring dominance with customary efficiency. The Bavarian Giants quickly established a significant lead at the top, securing an impressive 43 points in their first 18 games. Robert Lewandowski remained their primary goalscorer, continuing his incredible run of form with 19 goals by December, further cementing his reputation as one of the most clinical strikers in history. The consistent performance of Bayern Munich and Lewandowski highlighted their virtually unchallenged reign in German football. Not far behind in terms of individual brilliance, Borussia Dortmund's Erling Haaland also showcased his prodigious scoring ability, bagging 13 goals in just 11 games despite battling some injury concerns, reaffirming his status as one of Europe's most coveted young talents. Over in Ligue 1, Paris Saint-Germain, powered by their star-studded ensemble, firmly held the top position. By December, PSG had amassed 45 points from their first 19 games, demonstrating their overwhelming superiority in the French league. While the collective presence of Neymar, Mbappé, and Messi created significant interest, the team's early performances sometimes flattered to deceive, suggesting that the integration of such immense individual talent was still a work in progress, particularly in the Champions League. Ultimately, the significant transfer activities that defined the summer of 2021 truly set the stage for a highly competitive and unpredictable football season across major European leagues. The arrival of high-profile players like Messi and Ronaldo not only generated immense commercial and media attention, but also undeniably increased viewership and fan engagement globally, drawing new eyes to every match. The early struggles of historically strong clubs like Arsenal and Manchester United highlighted the competitive nature and inherent unpredictability of the Premier League, where even the biggest names could falter. Meanwhile, Napoli's strong start in Serie A and the consistent, yet sometimes understated, dominance of Bayern Munich and Robert Lewandowski in the Bundesliga demonstrated the varied narratives unfolding across the continent. The initial bid for Kylian Mbappé by Real Madrid, though unsuccessful, served as an early indicator, foreshadowing ongoing transfer sagas involving the French forward that would continue to captivate the footballing world. This season, more than most, was a testament to football's unique blend of individual brilliance, tactical battles, and raw emotional drama. As the 2021-2022 Champions League campaign truly began to unfold, Karim Benzema stepped into a remarkable period of individual brilliance, a season that would etch his name deeper into Real Madrid lore. His leadership and prolific goal-scoring were pivotal, but he was far from a solo act. The team drew key contributions from the vibrant Vinicius Junior, the impactful Rodrigo, and the enduring maestro Luka Modric, all weaving together a formidable tapestry of talent. In the Champions League round of 16, Real Madrid faced a monumental challenge, the oil-rich, star-studded Paris Saint-Germain. The first leg in Paris saw a familiar narrative, with Kylian Mbappé delivering a decisive blow in stoppage time, securing a 1-0 victory for PSG and handing Real Madrid a narrow but significant disadvantage to overcome at home. Back in Madrid for the second leg, the situation grew dire when Mbappé once again found the net, putting PSG 2-0 up on aggregate, leaving Real Madrid needing 3 goals to progress. Then, the narrative shifted dramatically. Karim Benzema, with the weight of the stadium urging him on, scored an astonishing hat-trick within 17 electrifying minutes. This sudden burst of goals reversed the seemingly insurmountable aggregate scoreline, culminating in a 3-1 victory on the night and a 3-2 aggregate triumph that sent shockwaves across Europe, signaling Madrid's unyielding spirit. Real Madrid carried this momentum into the quarterfinals, where they encountered the reigning champions, Chelsea, a team known for its tactical discipline and relentless energy. The first leg at Stamford Bridge provided another stage for Benzema's heroics, as he delivered yet another Champions League hat-trick, his second consecutive in the knockout rounds. These crucial strikes, coming in the 21st, 24th, and 46th minutes, effectively propelled Real Madrid to a commanding first-leg victory, putting them firmly in control of the tie. The second leg at the Santiago Bernabéu, however, proved to be a far more tumultuous affair, with Chelsea demonstrating their championship pedigree by scoring multiple goals and threatening to overturn the deficit. The tension was palpable as the English side pushed hard, but Rodrigo provided a crucial lifeline for Real Madrid, scoring a goal that forced the match into extra time, resetting the psychological battle. In the added period, who else but Karim Benzema would emerge as the decisive figure, scoring the goal that secured a nail-biting 5-4 aggregate win for Real Madrid, sealing their passage to the semi-finals. Their next formidable opponent in the semi-finals was Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, a dominant force in the Premier League, renowned for their intricate passing and relentless attacking philosophy. The first leg at the Etihad Stadium was a thrilling back-and-forth encounter, which Manchester City ultimately won by 4-3, despite vital contributions from Benzema and Vinicius Junior, ensuring the tie remained delicately poised. Real Madrid consequently entered the second leg at home, trailing City, facing another uphill battle against one of Europe's most complete teams. The drama reached a crescendo in the 88th minute of the second leg when Riyad Mahrez scored for Manchester City, extending their aggregate lead to a seemingly unassailable 5-3. However, Real Madrid, fueled by the fervent home crowd, refused to surrender. In the 90th minute, Rodrigo struck, netting a vital goal after a clever flick-on from Benzema, narrowing the deficit. An astonishing 91 seconds later, Rodrigo once again found the back of the net, connecting with a precise cross from Dani Carvajal, his header leveling the aggregate score at 5 goals apiece and sending the Bernabéu into raptures. The improbable late goals from Rodrigo meant the match proceeded to extra time, where the momentum had decisively shifted in Real Madrid's favor. Early in extra time, Karim Benzema was fouled inside the box, earning a penalty. He coolly converted the spot kick, completing a stunning 3-1 victory on the night and an incredible 6-5 aggregate win for Real Madrid, once again defying the odds and booking their place in the final. The Champions League final saw Real Madrid square off against Liverpool, a repeat of the 2018 final. The match in Paris was a showcase of defensive solidity and individual brilliance, with Thibaut Courtois, Real Madrid's towering goalkeeper, delivering an absolutely heroic performance, ultimately earning him the Man of the Match award. Courtois produced an astonishing array of saves, denying Liverpool's formidable attack on numerous occasions and single-handedly keeping his team in the contest. The decisive moment arrived when Vinicius Junior, having matured significantly throughout the campaign, scored the only goal of the game, a clinical finish that secured Real Madrid's incredible Champions League title. Benzema's consistent leadership and crucial goal-scoring throughout Real Madrid's European journey were paramount, especially in those high-stakes knockout clashes against the continent's elite clubs. The remarkable comebacks against both Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City stood as testament to Real Madrid's unwavering resilience and profound mental fortitude when facing the most intense pressure. The individual brilliance of seasoned players like Luka Modric in midfield provided essential creative impetus and defensive cover, enabling the attacking players to flourish. Thibaut Courtois' performance in the final is widely regarded as one of the greatest goalkeeping displays ever witnessed in Champions League history, solidifying his legend. Real Madrid's victory marked their 14th Champions League title, further extending their unparalleled record as the most successful club in the competition's storied history. The tactical adaptability displayed by Real Madrid under the calm guidance of manager Carlo Ancelotti proved a key factor in successfully navigating such a gauntlet of challenging opponents. This extraordinary Champions League run underscored the invaluable importance of experienced players who consistently deliver in the crucible of high-stakes matches. Vinicius Junior's remarkable development into a truly clinical forward was undeniable, culminating in his decisive match-winning goal in the final, a moment that crowned his ascent. The overarching narrative of Real Madrid overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds in multiple knockout rounds added an almost mythical drama and immense prestige to their eventual triumph, making it a season for the ages. The foundation for this unforgettable season was laid by the sheer brilliance of Karim Benzema. The French striker experienced a truly remarkable period of form during the 2021-22 Champions League season, consistently leading Real Madrid through its various stages with a blend of pinnacle finishing, superb link-up play, and undeniable leadership. His contributions were not just in goals, but in embodying the spirit of a team that refused to be beaten. The first true test of their mettle arrived in the Champions League round of 16, where Real Madrid faced a formidable Paris Saint-Germain PSG side, boasting a star-studded attack including Kylian Mbappé, Neymar, and Lionel Messi. The first leg in Paris saw PSG secure a narrow 1-0 victory, with Mbappé scoring a late, brilliant individual goal that left Real Madrid with a deficit to overcome. The tension heading into the second leg at the Santiago Bernabéu was palpable. The aggregate score meant that an early PSG goal could potentially spell disaster for the Spanish giants. Indeed, that fear almost became reality. In the second leg, Kylian Mbappé once again found the net, increasing PSG's aggregate lead to 2-0 and placing Real Madrid in an extremely difficult, seemingly insurmountable position. The crowd was hushed, hope flickering, but then a moment of magic, or perhaps destiny, unfolded. Karim Benzema, seizing the opportunity presented by a Donnarumma error, scored Real Madrid's first goal, igniting a spark of belief. What followed was nothing short of miraculous. Within an astonishing 17 minutes, Benzema completed a sensational hat-trick, turning the tie completely on its head. His precision and composure under immense pressure were breathtaking. The Bernabéu erupted as Benzema's 3 goals led Real Madrid to a stunning 3-1 victory on the night, and a 3-2 aggregate win, eliminating one of the tournament favorites. This incredible comeback not only showcased Benzema's individual brilliance, but also solidified the team's burgeoning resilience. Real Madrid carried this surging momentum into the quarter-finals, where they were drawn against another English powerhouse, the reigning champions, Chelsea. The first leg, played in early April, once again saw Karim Benzema rise to the occasion, delivering another Champions League hat-trick. His goals in the 21st, 24th, and 46th minutes were a masterclass in centre-forward play, securing a dominant victory for Real Madrid and giving them a significant advantage heading into the second leg. The return leg at the Bernabéu was a spectacle of drama and tension. Chelsea, refusing to surrender their title, launched a spirited comeback. They scored multiple goals, clawing their way back into the tie and eventually taking a 3-0 lead on the night, momentarily pushing Real Madrid to the brink of elimination. With the aggregate score now level, the atmosphere was electric with uncertainty. It was Rodrigo, the young Brazilian winger, who provided the crucial intervention. His clinical goal, a testament to his composure, pulled one back for Real Madrid, extending the match into extra time. And, true to the narrative of the season, it was Karim Benzema who once again provided the decisive blow. In extra time, he scored yet again, nodding home a header that sealed Real Madrid a dramatic 5-4 aggregate win over Chelsea, continuing their improbable journey. The semi-finals presented arguably their toughest challenge yet. Manchester City, a dominant force in the Premier League under Pep Guardiola, a team renowned for its intricate passing and relentless attacking philosophy. The first leg in Manchester was an enthralling, high-scoring affair. Manchester City ultimately won 4-3, despite vital goals from Karim Benzema and Vinicius Junior for Real Madrid, ensuring the tie remained very much alive. Benzema's audacious Panenka penalty was a moment of supreme confidence amidst the chaos. Entering the second leg at the Bernabéu, Real Madrid found themselves trailing Manchester City, knowing they needed to produce another special performance. The match was a tense, tactical battle, and it seemed Manchester City had finally dealt the fatal blow when Riyad Mahrez scored in the 80th minute, increasing their aggregate lead to 5-3. The dream appeared to be over. The Bernabéu was resigned, silence descending. But this Real Madrid team, under the astute guidance of Carlo Ancelotti, had an unyielding spirit. What followed was one of the most astonishing comebacks in Champions League history. In the 90th minute, Rodrigo, showing incredible instinct and composure, scored for Real Madrid after a flick-on from Benzema, reducing the deficit and injecting a flicker of hope. And then, just 91 seconds later, the Bernabéu erupted in disbelief and ecstasy. Rodrigo, displaying an uncanny knack for being in the right place at the right time, scored a second, with a perfectly timed header from a pinpoint cross by Dani Carvajal, leveling the aggregate score at 5-5. The stadium was a maelstrom of noise and emotion. The sheer audacity of these late goals forced the match into extra time, a testament to Real Madrid's unwavering belief and never-say-die attitude. In extra time, the momentum was firmly with Real Madrid. Early on, Karim Benzema was fouled inside the box, and he calmly converted the resulting penalty, sealing a 3-1 victory on the night and a staggering 65 aggregate win. The atmosphere in the Bernabeu was electric, a cacophony of celebration for yet another miraculous turnaround. This dramatic triumph over Manchester City epitomized the team's resilience and mental fortitude under the most extreme pressure, solidifying their reputation as the kings of European comebacks. The stage was set for the Champions League final, where Real Madrid would face Liverpool, a formidable opponent seeking revenge for their 2018 final defeat. The match, held in Paris, was a captivating encounter, with Liverpool applying significant pressure and creating numerous chances. However, Real Madrid's defensive solidity, orchestrated by the tactical adaptability of Carlo Ancelotti, held firm. The true hero of the final, and indeed one of the most significant contributors to Real Madrid's victory, was Thibaut Courtois. Real Madrid's goalkeeper delivered an exceptional man-of-the-match performance, making a series of breathtaking saves against Liverpool's relentless attempts. His outstretched fingertip save from Mohamed Salah and numerous other vital stops are already etched into Champions League lore as one of the greatest goalkeeping displays in the competition's history. Courtois' heroic efforts were absolutely crucial in keeping Liverpool at bay and preserving Real Madrid's clean sheet. Then, in the 59th minute, the decisive moment arrived. Vinicius Junior, whose remarkable development into a truly clinical forward was undeniable throughout the season, coolly slotted home the only goal of the game from a Fede Valverde cross. This decisive strike secured Real Madrid's Champions League title, crowning his ascent and fulfilling the promise he had shown. Throughout this incredible European campaign, Benzema's leadership and prolific goal-scoring were absolutely crucial, particularly in the knockout stages against top European clubs. His ability to consistently deliver under pressure, often when the team seemed down and out, inspired those around him. The individual brilliance of players like Luka Modric in midfield provided essential creative and defensive support for the attacking players. His timeless elegance, vision, and work rate were the engine room of the team, dictating the tempo and unlocking defenses. Real Madrid's victory marked their 14th Champions League title, extending their unparalleled record as the most successful club in the competition's history. This triumph was not just about individual moments of brilliance, but about the collective belief and the tactical masterclass orchestrated by Carlo Ancelotti. His calm demeanor and ability to adapt his tactics to counter the strengths of each formidable opponent were key factors in navigating such a challenging path. The narrative of Real Madrid overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds in multiple knockout rounds, culminating in their dramatic final victory, added an almost mythical drama and immense prestige to their eventual triumph, truly making it a season for the ages. The relentless drumbeat of the season echoed across Europe, culminating in title races and cup triumphs that etched new chapters into football's grand narrative. In England, the Premier League delivered one of its most gripping conclusions, a contest between two titans, Liverpool and Manchester City, that captivated millions. Liverpool, with their ferocious intensity, amassed a formidable 92 points, a total that in almost any other season would secure the crown, yet they ultimately finished second, narrowly falling short of the ultimate prize. It was Manchester City who seized the Premier League title, a testament to their unwavering performance and resilience throughout the entire campaign, showcasing a consistency that few clubs can match in modern football. This Premier League race between Manchester City and Liverpool stood as one of the closest in recent history, a breathtaking demonstration of the incredibly high standards maintained by both exceptional teams. Elsewhere in England, a different kind of drama unfolded as the North London derby ignited passions. Tottenham Hotspur delivered a decisive blow to their rivals, defeating Arsenal by 3-0 in May. This crucial victory propelled Tottenham Hotspur, who ended the season with 71 points, into a coveted spot in the Champions League. Conversely, Arsenal, despite their aspirations, did not manage to qualify for the Champions League in the subsequent season. Tottenham's commanding win over Arsenal in that high-stakes North London derby was absolutely vital for their Champions League qualification hopes, undoubtedly intensifying an already fierce and historic rivalry. Moving to Spain, Real Madrid asserted their dominance by winning the La Liga title, adding another major honor to their storied history. Spearheading their attack, Karim Benzema proved instrumental, emerging as the top scorer for Real Madrid in La Liga with an impressive tally of 27 goals. In a significant mid-season move, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang joined Barcelona, quickly making an impact by scoring 11 goals in just 17 games for the Catalan club. This move to Barcelona came on the heels of his departure from Arsenal, reportedly due to disciplinary issues with manager Mikel Arteta. Real Madrid's La Liga title, later complemented by their Champions League success, powerfully underlined their status as one of Europe's truly elite clubs throughout the 2021 and 2022 season. Italy saw a celebrated return to glory as AC Milan triumphed in Serie A, claiming the coveted Scudetto. Key players like the veteran Olivier Giroud and the enduring Zlatan Ibrahimović provided vital contributions and leadership throughout their title-winning campaign. Meanwhile, AS Roma, under the guidance of the astute manager Jose Mourinho, achieved European success by winning the inaugural UEFA Europa Conference League. This historic moment for Roma was sealed with a 1-0 victory in the final against Feyenoord. AC Milan's Scudetto win marked a truly significant return to glory for the club, ending an 11-year wait for the league title, a testament to their unwavering spirit. Jose Mourinho's triumph with AS Roma in the Conference League added yet another unique European trophy to his extensive and legendary managerial career. Across in Germany, Bayern Munich continued their consistent dominance by winning the Bundesliga title, maintaining their formidable grip on German football. The prolific Robert Lewandowski once again led the scoring charts, finishing as the top scorer in the Bundesliga with an incredible 35 goals. Beyond the league, RB Leipzig captured the DFB Pokal, Germany's domestic cup competition, with a squad widely recognized for its exciting emerging talent. Lewandowski's remarkable goal tally in the Bundesliga further cemented his already formidable reputation as one of the world's most prolific and clinical strikers. The DFB Pokal win for RB Leipzig strongly indicated the continued rise of the club in German football, showcasing their developing ability to consistently compete for significant domestic honors. The French top flight, Ligue 1, saw Paris Saint-Germain, or PSG, reclaim the title. Kylian Mbappé delivered a truly standout season, proving his immense value to the team by scoring 28 goals and providing 17 assists. His individual performance in Ligue 1 was notably more prolific than his world-class teammates Neymar, who scored 13 goals, and Lionel Messi, who registered 6 goals. PSG's Ligue 1 title was largely an expected outcome given their resources, but Mbappe's astonishing individual statistics truly highlighted his growing influence and undeniable importance to the team. In a stirring European narrative, Eintracht Frankfurt won the UEFA Europa League, completing a remarkable continental campaign. Their journey included significant victories, notably a thrilling triumph against Barcelona in the quarterfinals, a result that sent shockwaves through the competition. Frankfurt then proceeded to defeat West Ham United in the semi-finals, showcasing their quality and resilience. The Europa League final pitted Eintracht Frankfurt against Rangers, with the fiercely contested game ultimately decided by a tense penalty shootout. It was Frankfurt who emerged victorious in the penalty shootout, joyously claiming the Europa League trophy, capping an unforgettable season. Eintracht Frankfurt's Europa League victory provided a genuine underdog story in European club football, demonstrating the deeply competitive nature and immense prestige of the secondary continental competition. The sheer variety of winners across the top European leagues and continental competitions ultimately reflected a truly diverse, unpredictable, and exciting season in club football, proving that glory can be found through many different paths. The drama of the Premier League title race, in particular, stood out as one of the closest and most enthralling in recent memory, truly showcasing the exceptionally high standards maintained by both Manchester City and Liverpool throughout the grueling season. Each week brought new twists and turns, with both teams trading blows, pushing each other to their absolute limits and creating a narrative arc that captivated football fans worldwide. The intensity of their pursuit for glory elevated the league's reputation, proving its status as arguably the most competitive domestic competition globally. Beyond the summit of the Premier League, other key narratives unfolded, none more fiercely contested than the battle for Champions League qualification. Tottenham Hotspur's emphatic 3-0 victory over Arsenal in the North London derby in May proved to be a pivotal moment. This decisive win was not merely about local bragging rights, it was absolutely crucial for Tottenham's aspirations of securing a coveted spot in Europe's elite club competition. The result, achieved in a cauldron of rivalry and pressure, allowed Spurs to end the season with 71 points, thereby guaranteeing their place in the Champions League for the subsequent season. For Arsenal, however, the defeat was a bitter pill to swallow as it meant they ultimately failed to qualify for the Champions League, a significant setback for the club and its ambitions under Mikel Arteta. The intensifying rivalry between the two North London giants reached new heights, with the derby having tangible consequences on their European fates. Across the continent, other leagues presented their own compelling stories. In Spain, Real Madrid asserted their traditional dominance by clinching the La Liga title. Their triumph was largely spearheaded by the phenomenal form of Karim Benzema, who enjoyed a truly career-defining season. The French striker finished as the league's top scorer, registering an astounding 27 goals, a testament to his lethal finishing and leadership on the field. Real Madrid's La Liga success, when coupled with their extraordinary run to the Champions League trophy, undeniably underlined their status as one of Europe's elite clubs in the 2021-22 season, a true testament to their pedigree and strategic brilliance. Meanwhile, the Spanish top flight also saw the significant mid-season transfer of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Barcelona. The Gabonese striker's move followed his departure from Arsenal, reportedly due to disciplinary issues with manager Mikel Arteta, a situation that had cast a shadow over his final months in North London. Despite the circumstances of his exit, Aubameyang quickly rediscovered his form and goal-scoring touch at the Camp Nou, netting an impressive 11 goals in just 17 games for Barcelona. His immediate impact helped rejuvenate Barcelona's attacking prowess and offered a glimpse of his enduring quality, making his transfer one of the more talked-about moves of the season. In Italy, a historic season culminated in AC Milan triumphing in Serie A, clinching the coveted Scudetto after an 11-year wait. This marked a truly significant return to glory for one of Europe's most decorated clubs, igniting celebrations across the city of Milan. Their title victory was a collective effort, built on defensive solidity and timely goals, with veteran strikers Olivier Giroud and Zlatan Ibrahimović proving to be key players. Their experience and leadership, both on and off the pitch, were instrumental in guiding a relatively young squad to league success, demonstrating the enduring value of seasoned professionals in high-stakes competition. The journey back to the top of Italian football was a long and arduous one for Milan, making the eventual triumph all the sweeter for their devoted fanbase. Another Italian club, AS Roma, also carved out a piece of European history. Under the pragmatic and often theatrical management of Jose Mourinho, they achieved continental success by winning the inaugural UEFA Europa Conference League. Mourinho, adding yet another European trophy to his extensive and illustrious managerial career, guided Roma to a hard-fought 1-0 victory in the final against Dutch side Feyenoord. This triumph not only secured a European trophy for the club, but also provided a tangible reward for Mourinho's tactical acumen and the team's resilience, establishing their name in the record books of this new continental competition. Germany's Bundesliga saw Bayern Munich continue their relentless dominance, securing yet another league title. Their consistent performance and depth of squad once again proved too much for their domestic rivals. Leading their charge, as he had for several seasons, was the prolific Robert Lewandowski. The Polish striker finished as the Bundesliga's top scorer with an astonishing 35 goals, further cementing his reputation as one of the world's most prolific and consistent strikers. His incredible goal tally underscored his unparalleled importance to Bayern's attacking machinery and his unerring ability to find the back of the net. While Bayern maintained their iron grip on the league, the DFB Pokal, Germany's domestic cup competition, offered a different narrative. RB Leipzig emerged victorious, claiming the trophy with a squad recognized for its emerging talent and dynamic style of play. This DFB Pokal win indicated the continued rise of the club in German football, showcasing their ability to compete for domestic honors and challenging the established order in cup competitions. Finally, in France, Paris Saint-Germain (PSG) predictably secured the Ligue 1 title, a testament to their overwhelming financial power and star-studded squad. However, within this expected triumph, Kylian Mbappé delivered a truly standout individual performance. The French sensation was not only PSG's top scorer with 28 goals, but also provided an incredible 17 assists, highlighting his comprehensive influence on the team's attack. Mbappe's individual statistics were notably more prolific than those of his high-profile teammates, with Neymar contributing 13 goals and Lionel Messi registering 6 goals in the league. This disparity further highlighted Mbappe's growing influence and importance to the team, cementing his status as one of the undisputed best players in world football and illustrating his unparalleled ability to decide games and dictate outcomes for the Parisian Giants. The 2021-22 season was a testament to the enduring appeal and unpredictable nature of football. From the nail-biting finishes in the Premier League to the unexpected European triumphs, and from the individual brilliance of top scorers to the collective resilience of underdog teams, the season offered a rich tapestry of narratives. It reinforced the notion that while perennial powerhouses continue to dominate, there is always room for new challenges and surprising victors, making every season a fresh canvas for sporting drama and unforgettable moments. After all the journeys, the tactical battles, the individual brilliance, and the collective will, it all came down to a single moment. We had witnessed so much over these weeks, so many stories intertwining, and now it was time for a conclusion that would etch itself into history. The 2021 Africa Cup of Nations, played in early 2022, had arrived at its grand finale, a showpiece event between two footballing giants, Egypt and Senegal. This final, perhaps more than any other in recent memory, was defined by a direct, compelling personal narrative. It pitted two titans of the modern game, Mohamed Salah of Egypt and Sadio Mane of Senegal, against each other, even as they shared dressing rooms and celebrated triumphs weekly for their club, Liverpool. This extraordinary dynamic elevated the anticipation to fever pitch, captivating not just African football fans, but the entire global football community. The stage for this monumental clash was the Olembe Stadium, a grand arena built to host such significant occasions, pulsating with the hopes and dreams of millions. From the first whistle, it became clear that neither team would yield easily, a testament to the immense stakes involved. We watched as 120 minutes of regulation and extra time unfolded, a tense, absorbing battle of attrition. Both sides displayed exceptional defensive resilience and meticulously planned tactical approaches, which ultimately led to the scoreboard remaining locked at 0-0. This goalless draw after extra time was not for lack of effort or ambition, but rather a reflection of the impenetrable defenses and cautious strategies employed by two teams desperate not to concede. With no goal separating them, the ultimate decision would fall to the lottery of a penalty shootout. The weight of a nation rested on the shoulders of each player stepping up to the spot. In a moment of immense pressure, it was Sadio Mane who calmly stepped forward and converted the decisive penalty for Senegal. His composure under such scrutiny showcased not only his exceptional skill, but also his unwavering leadership and his undeniable ability to perform when it mattered most. Senegal ultimately prevailed in the penalty shootout by 4-2, securing their maiden AFCON title in a truly historic moment. This victory marked their first ever Africa Cup of Nations championship, a dream long deferred for a nation that had so often come close. The celebration that erupted across Senegal was a cathartic release of decades of longing, a joy that spilled into the streets and united the country in an explosion of pride. This final was indeed highly anticipated, not just because of the world-class talent on display, but specifically because of the unique rivalry it created between the Liverpool teammates. It served as a powerful reminder of the intense rivalries and high stakes inherent in international football tournaments where club loyalties are set aside for national pride. For Salah, despite being on the losing side, his performance throughout the tournament had been nothing short of inspirational. He was undoubtedly a key figure for Egypt, driving them forward with every touch. The tournament itself, typically played in June and July, faced significant challenges. The 2021 edition had been postponed due to the global COVID-19 pandemic, and also due to concerns about the climate in Cameroon during the summer months, leading to its rescheduling for early 2022. This January-February timing meant that numerous European clubs temporarily lost many of their key African players, highlighting the continued push and pull between international duty and club commitments. AFCON, as the main international men's football championship in Africa, organized by the Confederation of African Football, continues to be a vibrant showcase for the continent's footballing prowess. The emotional intensity of this particular final was amplified by the deeply personal connection between Salah and Mane. Their regular competition for club honors made their duel for national glory even more poignant and compelling. Senegal's victory became a landmark event, resonating deeply across the nation, celebrated as a monumental achievement for Senegalese football. More broadly, the tournament again highlighted the growing talent and competitive strength of African national teams on the global stage, proving they are forces to be reckoned with. The atmosphere at the Olembe Stadium, filled with passionate fans, contributed immensely to the overall grandeur and excitement of the final match, providing a truly unforgettable experience. This journey through the Africa Cup of Nations, culminating in Senegal's historic triumph, reminds us that football is so much more than a game. It is a mirror reflecting national identity, a stage for personal drama, and a crucible where legends are forged. It leads us to wonder which nation will rise next and which stories will capture our hearts in the future. If you have a memorable moment from this tournament or a different AFCON final that stayed with you, I would love to hear about it in the comments. The 2021 Africa Cup of Nations, though played in early 2022, was a tournament brimming with narratives that stretched far beyond the final whistle. Organized by the Confederation of African Football, CAF, AFCON stands as the continent's premier international men's football championship, a biennial showcase of national pride and burgeoning talent. This particular edition faced unique challenges even before a ball was kicked. Originally slated for June and July 2021, the tournament's dates had to be meticulously re-evaluated. The primary reasons for this postponement were twofold: the lingering uncertainties and logistical hurdles posed by the global COVID-19 pandemic, and, crucially, the climatic conditions in host nation Cameroon during the summer months. Playing in June and July would have subjected players and fans to the height of the rainy season, impacting pitch quality, player safety, and the overall spectator experience. Moving it to January and February of 2022, therefore, was a pragmatic decision aimed at ensuring optimal conditions for the competition. This shift in timing, however, invariably led to a familiar point of contention between national teams and the European clubs where many of Africa's top talents ply their trade. The early year schedule meant that prominent African players, including stars like Salah and Mane, had to depart their clubs mid-season, leaving vital gaps in their squads during crucial league and cup fixtures. For clubs vying for titles or battling relegation, the temporary loss of key personnel represented a significant challenge, sparking renewed debate about the timing of AFCON relative to the European football calendar. Despite these logistical complexities and the often grumbling club managers, the players themselves embraced the call to national duty with unwavering commitment, understanding the profound importance of representing their homelands on such a prestigious stage. The atmosphere at the Olembe Stadium in Yaoundé on February 6, 2022 was electric, a testament to the enduring passion of African football fans. Despite the challenges of the pandemic, the stands were filled with a vibrant tapestry of colors, sounds, and emotions, each roar and chant adding to the grandeur and excitement of the occasion. It was a fitting backdrop for a final that pitted two of Africa's footballing giants against each other. For Egypt, the tournament had been a testament to their resilience and tactical discipline. Under the guidance of Portuguese coach Carlos Queiroz, the Pharaohs navigated a challenging knockout path, often relying on stout defense and the individual brilliance of Mohamed Salah. Salah had been an instrumental figure throughout their campaign, not just with his goal-scoring prowess, but also with his leadership and ability to inspire his teammates in tight encounters. His journey to the final had seen him deliver crucial performances, proving time and again why he is considered one of the world's best. Even in the final, despite the lack of a goal, his presence alone created moments of danger and drew significant defensive attention from Senegal. Senegal, meanwhile, had been on a mission, building momentum throughout the tournament. Coach Aliou Cisse, a former national team captain, had meticulously crafted a formidable side, blending experienced campaigners with emerging talents. Their journey was marked by a cohesive team effort, strong defensive organization, and the explosive attacking threats posed by players like Sadio Mane. The Lions of Teranga had consistently showcased their competitive strength, underlining the growing depth and quality within African national teams on the global stage. This was a squad that had grown together, learning from past disappointments and arriving in Cameroon with a singular focus on achieving their long-held dream. The final itself was a masterclass in tactical warfare. Both teams, acutely aware of the stakes, approached the game with caution and discipline. The goalless draw after 120 minutes of relentless effort was not a reflection of a lack of trying, but rather a testament to the strong defensive performances and astute tactical approaches of both coaches. Chances were created, particularly by Senegal, but the goalkeepers, Egypt's Mohamed Abou Gabaski and Senegal's Douad Mendy, delivered inspired performances, pulling off crucial saves to keep their respective nations in the contest. Gabaski, in particular, had been a revelation for Egypt, stepping up in critical moments throughout the knockout stages and continuing his heroics in the final. His penalty save from Sadio Mane in the first half of regulation time was a pivotal moment, briefly shifting the emotional pendulum and extending the tension of the match. The emotional intensity of the final was amplified beyond measure by the personal connection between Salah and Mane. To see two club teammates who routinely combined to dismantle opposition defenses for Liverpool now stand on opposing sides in the most important match of their international careers added a unique layer of drama. The respect was evident, but so was the fierce desire to win for their respective nations. Each glance, each interaction between them was loaded with unspoken history and the weight of their country's hopes. As the match descended into the dreaded penalty shootout, the tension became almost unbearable. Each kick was a miniature drama, a test of nerve, skill, and sheer mental fortitude. When Sadio Mane stepped up to take the decisive penalty, the weight of a nation rested squarely on his shoulders. He had missed an earlier penalty in the game, a moment that could have shattered the confidence of a lesser player. Yet, displaying remarkable composure and leadership, Mane buried his shot, sending the ball past Kabaski and igniting scenes of euphoria among the Senegalese contingent. This clutch performance not only secured the title, but also cemented his legacy as a national hero, redeeming himself from that earlier miss and sealing a moment that will forever be etched in Senegalese football history. The victory sparked jubilant celebrations across Senegal, a nation that had yearned for this triumph for decades. From Dakar to the smallest villages, the streets erupted in an outpouring of joy, dancing, and singing. It was a historic moment, not just for the players and coaching staff, but for every Senegalese citizen, marking their first ever Africa Cup of Nations championship and symbolizing the culmination of years of dedication and investment in their footballing infrastructure. The scenes of wild celebration underlined how deeply football is woven into the fabric of national identity and how a shared victory can unite and uplift an entire country. This tournament, with its dramatic twists, heroic performances, and the ultimate crowning of a deserving champion, served as a powerful reminder of the unique spirit of African football. It showcased not only the technical skill and physical prowess of its players, but also the tactical evolution of its teams and the unbridled passion of its fans. The 2021 AFCON truly underscored that football here is not just a game, but a profound cultural phenomenon, a source of immense pride and a catalyst for national unity.